Chelsea Football Club are in dire need of a number 9. And guess what? Victor Osihmen apparently is available in the summer because Napoli can't agree a contract. And De Laurentiis has come out with public comments about the new contract breaking down. Then we need to talk about Robert Sanchez. You can't be a successful team without a world-class goalkeeper. I don't care what anybody says. Alisson at Liverpool, Ederson at Manchester City, Buffon at Juventus. We can even go to Courtois, ter Stegen at Barcelona. Top clubs have top goalkeeper. Is Sanchez good enough? We will break this down because I think he cost us yesterday. And finally, there's a lot of people that are going to be negative. It's not going to be me. I think there is positives to take away, but realism must be maintained. I'm going to tell you why it's encouraging, why the performances are getting better, and why it's a matter of time until we're going to be in the top 4 this year and potentially winning a cup. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and today you already know what we're going to talk about because you saw the running order, and I want to say something that we need to be very realistic, and I loved the reaction from the fan base yesterday. Yesterday there was a collective sigh of we dropped the bag, and this showed me that we as a fan base still maintain the same high standards. We as a fan base aren't an 11th place club. We as a fan base respect our club, respect the traditions of our club, and understand it doesn't matter where Arsenal are in the league. It doesn't matter where we are in the league. When you're 2-0 up at home, you see that game out, you do it in style, you take the 3 points, and we continue building. None of us were happy. You weren't happy, I weren't happy, no one at Stamford Bridge was happy. The players weren't happy. We also need to be realistic, and we need to look at what's going on and try to take positives. Because in life, when things go wrong, you can either be fully negative and give up, or you can say, this is why it happened, we need to change this, and now we're going to be better. So we're going to do that in today's video. But before we get started, I need you all to do me a massive favor. 1,000 likes on this video should become a bare minimum, because that's how you lot support me. You do that, YouTube loves it, says people watch his videos, Subscribe, because you're clearly enjoying the content, because you get no filter from me. And on TikTok, I've started literally doing Chelsea videos and other clubs related videos on hot topics, basically, what I like to talk about. Go follow me there. It's in the pinned comment if you enjoy that sort of content. Now let's get into the Victor Osihmen, then we'll get into the Chelsea Arsenal breakdown. Victor Osihmen is arguably one of the best strikers in the world. Victor Osihmen is very, very traditional in the sense that way he plays that number 9 position. Energetic with a high press, extremely unorthodox in the sense that he will take a shot from any angle. He is willing to run around and win headers, get aggressively into challenges, but at the same time, he's really developing his link-up game. Last year, he had an outstanding season for Napoli and won the top goal scorer, and not only that, won them their first title. To say that he's loved by Napoli fans is an understatement. They adore him. However, recently, there's been a little bit of drama in Naples. In Naples, at this moment in time, Victor Osihmen is not looking to re-sign. He has got 18 months left on his deal, and he, apparently, according to the owner, has agreed a new contract, but then went back on it. He doesn't want it because he wanted something included in it. This isn't said by the owner, but this is what the reports are suggesting, why the deal was broken down. Apparently, he wanted a release clause. Big man, I don't. De Laurentiis is known to be one of the hardest negotiators in world football. This man actively will keep you at the club unless he gets exactly the value he wants, and he won't take a little discount for it. And in his comments, he said, the player agreed to sign a contract, then he went back on it. I've never said anything bad about the player. I like the player, I want him to stay. But then in a further interview, he said, however, I sold Koulibaly with 12 months left, so we can't rule that out. I can't be losing assets for free. This tells you everything you need to know. Because the reality is, he respectfully understands what this is. This is a business. And Napoli aren't in the business of letting assets of the caliber of Victor Osihmen go for free. Victor Osihmen will not be re-signing, apparently. I don't know whether Victor Osihmen is available in January, but if he's available in the summer, Chelsea should be all over him. Yesterday, if Victor Osihmen plays for Chelsea, I think Chelsea win that game. I think Chelsea blow Arsenal out of the park. I think the way Victor Osihmen plays football really suits Chelsea's style. He's pressing from the front, his ability to be a penalty box striker, his ability to score bangers, his ability to be an aerial presence. The player is truly special, and I can't wait to see him at the next level, the level above Napoli, at the bigger clubs. Napoli is a phenomenal club with history, but I don't think they're in the top echelons of football clubs, where Chelsea is. And then there's the elite echelons of Real Madrid, Barcelona. At this moment in time, if Chelsea are interested, I think Victor Osimhen will run to Chelsea Football Club. And I'm not going to lie to you, I really want another African superstar at the club. I loved having Didier Drogba, Michael Essien, John Obi Mikel. The next story is very interesting. I think it's very hard to have, purely based on the fact that Robert Sanchez has been winning a lot of people over in recent weeks, and we cannot call him a hopeless goalkeeper, because what I've noticed within our fan base is this hyperbole, right? Whenever he does amazing, we go, oh my god, we've got an absolute bargain. Whenever he does horrible, he is rubbish, he's Brighton's second choice. I think there's some place in the middle, and in this case, I think Sanchez is a good keeper, but I don't think Sanchez is anything special. And I'm going to explain to you why. The metrics that I'm going to put up are going to highlight that he ranks in the 99th percentile in some, the 87th, and he does very well with his passing rates. His statistics are great. And if you look at the stat sheet, you're like, yeah, this is a decent keeper. You know what? Chelsea are doing very well with their goalkeeper. But what I'm going to say is, los ojos, glaza, the eyes, they don't lie. And we've been getting away with it. When I tell you against Brighton, Ansu Fati and Joao Pedro let us off the hook. Both should have taken their chances due to his kicking. Against Fulham, kicking was preposterous. Burnley, it looked a little bit better. But yesterday again, he gave Declan Rice an opportunity. Declan Rice punished. We need to be better. As a football club, we need to have higher standards. No goalkeeper in the world that is not of the caliber of world class helps his team win trophies on a regular basis. You need to have a world class goalkeeper if you want to compete for major honor. And I don't think he's got it in it. His strengths are coming for crosses. He is unbelievable. He's a very decent shot stopper. I think he struggles on one-on-ones though. I think when players come at him one-on-one, he doesn't make himself massive the way Alisson does. And it has the ability to almost make a save that you're not expected to make. I also think what really was highlighted yesterday, nerves are a massive stature for him. That kicking was epitomized not just by his lack of ability, but nerve. Arsenal got into his head, whether it was from corner kicks, because we were giving away way too many, and the ability for him to overplay passes. Sometimes it takes a leader just to say, you know what, guys, 12 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go, we're going long. We aren't doing this. And guess what? He didn't do it. No one in the team told him to do it, and it cost us. I genuinely think at the end of the summer, no matter where we finish, this keeper needs to be replaced. Mike Maignan, if he gets over his injury issues, he's the solution. If not, go and get me Diogo Costa from Porto, and then we go from there. That's just my opinion. Finally, we just need to talk about the aftermath of the game. I think a lot of people jumped on a few narratives that I need to put a little bit of water on because the fire's getting a bit too big, all right? We played very well, but we didn't kill the game. And from an expected point standpoint, we should be in the top 4. We should be above Arsenal at this moment in time, but we're not. And why aren't we? Because we don't finish our dinner, guys. And that will come, at least I hope, with an addition of a number 9 and the development of Cole Palmer, development of Mikhailo Mudryk, development of Raheem Sterling, in the sense that Raheem becomes a little bit more productive or more consistent in having chances generated for him, then he will get more numbers. So I'm not worried about that. But what I need to talk about right now is 3 aspects. Number 1, Mikhailo Mudryk's goal. We don't need to shower people with false praise. He didn't mean that, all right? I'm going to tell you now for free, there is no way on this planet he meant that, okay? So we don't need to give him false praise. He had a decent game. Pochettino even came out and said, there are levels for him to go up. He is better than what he showed today, and I agree with him. I think Mikhailo Mudryk is going to be a fantastic player. I think Mikhailo Mudryk might be the face of Chelsea in the coming year. That's how good he can be if he applies himself and maintains the trajectory of his career the way it's been going. He is very talented. He strikes the ball very cleanly. He has explosive pace to get away from people, and he's got tight control. The only problem with him is sometimes his first touch can be a little bit of an issue. But we can work on that. That's something you can develop. Pochettino's tactic. I think Pochettino had one little mistake yesterday and it cost him. Sanchez being a numpty is Sanchez being a numpty. But I think Pochettino shouldn't have taken off Palmer and Sterling. I think the minute you took them off, you said, we're going to sit back, we're going to defend this game out. I think that's extremely dangerous. I think when you start doing that, you don't have that punch. You don't have that ability to kill the game off. sometimes I think it's better to have more players that are still threatening and be a little bit weaker defensively, but the other team has something to think about. And that Pochettino needs to learn from, because tactically, he got it right 75% of the time. 75% of the game, he got it right. It was that final little bit, the 25 minutes here and there with added times, like 100-minute games, 75 of them he got on spot on. That little bit, Arsenal just took over, and it cost us 2 points. He needs to be a little bit better, but I can't be too harsh on him, because I think we still should have saw the game out. And finally, the big one, Conor Gallagher. I think there's a role developing for Conor Gallagher that I didn't see in the past, and I'm going to put my hands up and say my bad. Conor Gallagher, as a bench player, is the caliber of Chelsea. In the sense that big games, dash him in there. He is a trusted veteran. He will press. He'll make Caicedo and Enzo look fantastic purely based on the fact that he will just lift the energy levels, unsettle the midfield, and then it gives them a little bit of time and space to create opportunities, to dictate the midfield. And he's that stimulus package for the midfield. However, in the small games, you can't play him. Deep blocks, you can't play Conor Gallagher. I don't think he's of the caliber of a Chelsea. So what happens? Give him a new deal. You want to give him a new deal? Give him a deal. Habibi, take the new deal. However, and I think this is a big thing, you need to balance it. He can't be a starter for this club. He needs to be a rotational piece. A player that comes off the bench, or a player that starts the occasional game, starts the big games. Someone that is there when we're going away to Manchester City, going away to Arsenal, going away to Liverpool. Then you have a very good asset on your hands. That's just my personal opinion. So guys, what I'm going to ask for you guys is, let me know in the comments below and be optimistic about the way the club is going. Because I think if we beat Brentford and beat Spurs, we are in a very different position. I think we're 5th or 6th, and everyone's like, oh, can we get top 4? Can we get top 4? Yeah, that will start. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts, and like I said, in the pinned comment is my Instagram. Go follow me there. Peace out, I'm out. Have a lovely day. Adios, amigo.